Nice. Nice. Nice? Du weißt schon, dass ich jetzt live sein will, oder?
Hey DR4POS, there's a new update coming to sound alerts, but we need some permissions. Please log in at https://soundalerts.com.
What? Nice. Okay. Okay. Permission. What the fuck? Meine alerts. Biblioteca. Dashboard. How can I add shit my alerts? Honk FBI. Yes, let's go. I want to get rid of both. Can I do this? Wait, what? No button to sound. It could. That's my problem. I want to get rid of some of those. Einstellungen. Now, for fuck's sake, just let me delete those. The fuck, you don't even tell me what I can get rid of and whatnot. A sound alerts. I just saw it, yeah, I just saw it. Oh, I have somewhere yummy too, and I don't like that one. Not a yummy too. Weitere Einstellungen. Entfernen. Yeah, entfernen. Geil. Okay, let me add some new stuff before I begin. You all just see the intro of Coffee Talk. That is fine, and that actually is kind of what I want. But also, I think it would be funny to have that one. I mean, I shouldn't do that now, but only now I get something from the sound alert, so why shouldn't I do this? Right time. Oh. Why do you always want that too? Oh, bits. I don't give a shit about bits. Okay, yeah, I keep that one. Let's only keep those we already picked out, don't we? Good. Anyways, hello lads and ladies, my name is Rebus, I'm a god of Barista. Welcome to my new stream video, whenever you're watching this. This is Coffee Talk for you. I didn't put in that. You know, sugar in it. See if I have something around me to fix that. Wait, I'm gonna stand to the void for a few seconds and hope that the void can give me sugar. I'm back soon from void. Yo, back. I'm back. Anyways, got a little bit of sugar and milk from the void. Sadly, they didn't have any food for me, which is a little bit sad. But yeah, let's continue. Cinnamon latte. A cinnamon-infused cafe latte that uplifts you with its warmly spiced aroma. Nice. Something I would actually like to try out some of those. I didn't do the GERVtuber yet. What it's actually called, like Kopi Luko Tubug. Evening whispers. Curbing recent security breaches. Government to block data leakers websites. Stop. Lol. Easy. First workaholic treatment center to open in 2024. No phone, no laptop. Just rest. Beachgoers report silver algae blooming in Alki Beach. Doesn't sound too good. Wait me before you say anything. We have to check out all of our friends. Today's delivery cutoff time 15 o'clock. And no night shift. Nice. Naked Shell, it's coming together. I can't believe it. It's gonna be so good. Oh yeah, Rachel is making her own song with the in-game characters, the in-game protagonist's favorite artist. Busy all day today. Don't forget to drink water. Still on hiatus though. Go Aqua. Having an ocean fish as a pet is so hard, especially living in a city such as Seattle. But it feels nice to have someone depend on you, you know? Oh, that's so sad. Do you think VR would really take off in the future? Personally, I can't use it for very long, but maybe that's just me. Thing is, I think once it gets as easy as regular handheld consoles, then it probably will be. Like with the...
My lord, I'm horny.
For Toaster, no. Anyway, personally, I think when we are in a space like in Axel World, then I can actually imagine that VR is gonna get a lot more interesting. Because everybody can just carry that shit around with them wherever they want. And Axel World is literally just a part of you. Toast? Don't. Stop it. Get some help. Or just chillax a little bit. So she's 100. September to marry. Oh, that is so slick of you, Bailey. Like Lua, who is Bailey's wife to be, wrote, she's a 10 but about to marry a freelancing elf. Like by iced Baileys in 35 hours.
I've had 5 hours of sleep and enough caffeine to feed a department.
Then you should go to sleep, my friend. Sleep is something that you actually need once in a while. You can die more quickly from lack of sleep and from dehydration. Which is insane. Like she said this and Ice Bailey to just like so she's 100. You smooth lad. You smooth. You know that?
Fun fact.
Hmm? Wait, didn't you know that? I thought it was very obvious that you... No, it was not very obvious. Why should I think it's very obvious? It's just
The letter I is the last letter to be added to the language.
Oh, seriously? What? Ah, yeah. Earlier they used J for that. I know that. Wait, now that doesn't make any sense. No, earlier J and I was just the same letter. I forgot that. They've done it then just at some point added the other for a more specific purpose. Like, for example, if you think about it, when you how I always remember this is by thinking about the cross. You know, like the Christian cross, which is a little bit annoying, you know. But
anyways, I am a lurk. Bye bye.
But the original variation of it, or usually on those crosses, you very often, if there's a pseudo statue of Jesus on it, you usually see there written on it Inri. And that basically just means something like, yeah, Jesus from Nazareth, King of the Jews, and the J and the I. Like there's one word with I and one word with J, but both are written with the same letter. It's just how I remember it. I'm weird, I know. Somehow I feel like it's going to be a long, long night. Are you sure about that? Or not? Hey Dreepers. How are you? Not too shabby, I hope. Nah, everything's fine. Especially now with you here. Everything is just fine. You sure? Positive. How about you, Sam? How's work? My shift is over, so I'm free now. Nice. But remind me, Mr. Hyde, was he just But reminds me, Mr. Hyde was here just the other day. Ah, that's right. Thanks for giving him a key card, by the way. Good call. You saved me $100. Not a problem. Wait, what? A replacement card would have cost at least that much. With a fine and everything. Oof, pricey. Glad Mr. Hyde was around to help him. Huh, yeah. I didn't think he'd be in Seattle, to be honest. Oh, but didn't you call him for a spare key? I did. So... let's just say I had a hunch. There's a pattern to his visits, even if he isn't aware of it. He'll fly here whenever he gets tired of something. Could be about work, life, or simply because he's bored, like with LA recently, or so he says. I see. I never knew he liked Seattle that much. Or there's something that keeps him coming back here. Really? What is it? Take a guess. Uh-huh. Well, if I have to guess... Maybe you? Me. I mean, the two of you are very close. And good bonds are hard to come by these days. Huh, let's see. Well, he's not someone who's big on attachment. Or so he claims. That's very right. Who knows, maybe it's changing. Because the answer's more or less your coffee shop here. Really? There aren't a lot of places with a good crowd and a warm atmosphere. With an excellent host to boot. And, as you just said, good bonds are hard to come by. What's not to like? It would be truly an honor if he felt that way. Did he tell you Did he tell you the reason for his visit? Yeah, he's moving back here, right? Or at least, that's the plan. Yes, what a nice surprise. He told me he's got a few things to discuss, man. Well, it's part of why I'm here tonight. Aside from getting myself a hot drink, that is. On that note, I'm so ready to take your order. I just like how this show is so focused on, like, finally. It's just how I would actually fucking talk, which is so... the more I play this game, the more I see why people say that I'm kind of like main character. And every time I'm just like... No, not... Yeah, a bit, but no, not really. But now I actually see it. I can almost hear it, that's annoying. And I go away annoying. You should also give Silver the agent's ID card. Ah, yeah, last time were the aliens, yeah, I forgot that. Good. Much obliged. So, Henry told me about this Indonesian ginger drink. It has milk, honey, and a couple of other stuff in it. Like ginger, for example, like you just said. I think it's called STMJ. I'll have a cup of that. Okay. Milk. Red-haired people. And honey. Nice. Actually, that sounds so nice. Oh, fuck, I need to try that at some point. Like, when I'm sick next time, I'm gonna try that. That and the Kobe... that and the GERVtuber. What's Kobe Jar? I don't know anymore, man. None of this is where I am at the moment. I mean, I'm already doing the right thing here, but come on. Good brew. SMJ, can I give you something? Nah. Good. Nah, just go back. Just give him a coffee. Coffee, it's a fucking milk drink. Doesn't matter, it's still a hot drink. Therefore, it's part of my domain. A warm booster made of susu, milk, telur, egg, madu, honey, and jai, ginger. It's a kopi jai. Yeah, from Indonesia. Why the egg though? Like, seriously, man. One nutritious drink from the archipelago. Coming up. Thanks a lot. What's in it again? It's a hot blend of egg, milk, ginger, and honey. The drink's name itself is the ingredients: sisu, telur, madu, jai, milk, egg, honey, and ginger. No wonder it somewhat reminded me of an eggnog. Albeit spicier and not as rich. But I can see why Henry likes it. It's a great stamina drink. He probably needs to keep up with Rachel's work. You're probably right. As long as he remembers to take breaks. Maybe I should invite him for a drink here sometimes. What do you think? That would be lovely. Been considered done. You know what? I don't think Hyde will show up tonight. Huh? Why is that? When I called him earlier to confirm, he sounded a little annoyed. And it's not exactly great outside either. I thought he liked this kind of a weather. Yes. His car, not so much. That thing wouldn't survive this kind of storm. Now that you mention it, you may be right. I used to drive in that car back in the day. Did he ever tell you how old it is? Yes, gave me the whole backstory of it. Oh. I guess I'm just surprised he still uses it at all. The car clearly holds a special meaning to him. He was also quite sentimental about it, which makes me wonder if it has anything to do with him moving back here. What do you mean? You lived here before, right? Yeah. And he kept bringing up the past too. Are you saying his move is motivated by nostalgia? I was going to say homesickness. But I realize that makes no sense. I get what you're trying to say, though. It's a strange longing. It's a strange longing for times gone by. Considering how fast things are changing these days. Maybe even too fast. Which is ironic, really. What is... Live long enough, you realize the only constant in life is change itself. Yeah, that's what I'm always saying! I'm always saying we're only constant in the universe is change itself. Because even if we go to the basic fundamentals of like how physics work and bullshit, physics, like a lot of physics, didn't even exist at some point in reality. At some point they just weren't a thing. Not because they weren't defined, but there was nothing that even existed in the first place. There was no mass, no matter, no light, no nothing. And in a place where truly nothing is, also laws of physics don't apply. Which is why it's also rumored that in a different universe, the laws of physics may be completely different. I don't know. Water can just spontaneously combust sometimes instead of having some weird logical reason behind it why the core temperature suddenly rises. Dumb examples, I know. But that's true, and life itself also is that way. Like, you're never really able to come back to the years you were before. You can only, like, imitate how they were, but you can never actually rekindle the same kind of experiences. Which is one of the reasons why I like Rainworld. Rainworld is really unpredictable, and yeah, it gets easier the more you play it, because at some point you just have the mechanics into it, but because everything is, like, controlled by a internal AI that makes everything move and behave in a certain way, it makes it feel completely different and more alive. It feels more natural and less boring, because you can play this game like over and over again. You don't have a constantly same bullshit going on. I mean, taking a game here as an example is also not a good idea, but you get my point, I hope. Things like shifting necessities, curveballs, the world throws at. Things like shifting necessities, curveballs the world throws at you. Decay. Just stuff we have to deal with indefinitely. Considering our lifespans, you'd think we'd get used to it at some point. But we never do. Never completely, anyways. I suppose the idea of getting used to change is a paradox in and of itself. It sounds about right. Perhaps nostalgia is an anchor for dinosaurs like us. Keeps us from losing ourselves to the world's relentless speed. You get used to these after a while, huh? Pretty much. Oh, hey there. We meet again. Yes, hello. Excuse me for a moment. Nose? Fuck you. Don't do this now. Got it. Welcome, Miss Riona. Good evening. I'm meeting up with someone. Oh, okay, man. How's your car, by the way? My car? Oh, you mean the tire? There's really no need for concern, as it was an easy fix. But thank you for asking. My pleasure. May I order a cup of Russian tea? Oh! And no vodka in it, I guess. Oh, this day is actually really long. I just saw that. But yeah, it's tea, lemon, and cinnamon. Brew. Russian tea. Oh, it actually looks so nice. Wait, what the fuck? Where do I know this from? I swear to God, I've seen that at some point. Or I have that at some point. I'm not sure. Despite the name, it's a totally American drink. What a nice thing to your own to something like that. It's like when I'm talking to people about Hawaii toast. If you never ate Hawaii toast, it's apparently an entirely German thing. Apparently, we're the only ones crazy enough to put a fucking pineapple on a slice of ham, and on top of that, cheese, and all of that on a slice of bread, and put that in the oven for a handful of minutes. Guess it's only supposed to toast. Apparently, we're the only ones who are crazy enough to do that. I mean, seriously, American bread is not real bread in the first place. And what we're using is basically the equivalent of America's Wonder Bread. As far as I heard, I don't know that much because I've never been to America. Sorry, my friends. Your fault for being so hostile towards random people. That is not the reason. The reason is that I'm broken. Russian tea for the lady Russian to delivery. That's a good one. That's a good one. This is perfect, by the way. Thank you. You're welcome. So, who are you meeting up with, if I may ask? It's Lucas! You should know, shouldn't you? After all, you were tasked to give me his contact info. I knew it! It's Lucas! That's right, so you two connected in the end. To be perfectly honest, I actually forgot to contact him. Not on purpose, mind you. I was just really busy, you see. There were a lot of packed up deliveries to clear. We all have our busy days. Yes, it gets overwhelming sometimes, doesn't it? Nevertheless, the real reason I forgot to contact him is because I've been spinning this thing to ease my anxiety. Yes, thing, you mean the fidget spinner. Yes, that. It serves as an effective distraction from my thoughts while I'm stuck in traffic. As such, I kept it in my car. I see. Makes sense you forgot as soon as you got back home. I feel bad, truly. I mean, you're just using it as attended. So, how did you end up connecting then? He messaged me through my private social media last night. Oh? Yes, I wondered how he was able to find my account, to be honest. Not to alarm you, but You can find just about anything online nowadays, if you know your way around. That sounds quite worrisome. Yes, concern has been raised about privacy issues. That's about all we can do now is to consider carefully what we put out there. Right. So I assume you responded to him. I did. It was a belated reply, and it was too late for us to keep chatting. That is why he asked to meet up here this evening. I see. What does he want from me? I guess we'll see. Perhaps he had a crush on you. Who knows? That would be an interesting That would be an interesting love story. A gold man and a banshee. Sounds like some weird fantasy romance novel. What the fuck? Yeah, so Hyde's not coming tonight. Probably for the best given the circumstances. Is he okay? Yeah, he just wants to take it easy tonight. Understandable. My apologies for these surges. I was hoping I'd become more stable as the day go by, but no need to apologize for something out of your control. That's right, you tried everything you could. I know. Thank you for your understanding. How are you doing this? Hey there. Did you manage to resolve your issue with children? Sorry. Oh, I mean the hospital admission problem from the other day? Oh, that. For a minute there I thought I had beef with kids I was unaware of. Sorry for misunderstanding. No worries. That was funny. It's only been a few days, so not much has changed. How about you? Feeling better? Ah, yes. Well, I apologize for the day I acted a few days ago. We all have our bad days. Don't worry about it. Thank you. While we're on the topic, I told Melford and Georgie what happened to your car. Would you mind pointing out where you believe this incident took place? Sure, it was quite near the police station, actually. At a metered spot just outside the now defunct library. Oh, the vacant building at the Bourne intersection. Yes, that's correct. I see. There was originally a library. You know the area? I know of property, yeah. It's been abandoned for a long time now. But it's a heritage building, so I often wonder why nothing's being done with it, since it's located in a very populated, culture-centric neighborhood. That's true. There's even an art college nearby. Right? But again, I've always found the street a bit odd. Odd? How? It's just barren, especially if you consider the area. And the weird thing is, I feel like it wasn't always that way. Yo, don't you mean remember? No, but exactly what I said. It's a feeling, not a clear memory. Strange, isn't it? That is odd. Well, there used to be a flea market there. A long time ago. Perhaps that is what you were recalling? A flea market, huh? Last time I drove there, I remember seeing nothing but concrete. Oh wait, there was a single dead tree surrounded by strange trinkets. A dead tree, huh? No idea why, I almost forgot about it. It stuck out like a sore thumb. About 8 foot tall, no leaves. It's been there forever too, as far as I know. That hawthorn tree was something of a landmark for us drivers. If the trinkets you spoke of were actually remembrances of sorts. Remembrances? Hold on, I'm just going to recap a bit here. Sure. Your car was vandalized near a metal parking spot in front of an abandoned library. On a seemingly deserted street within a busy area. It has a large dead tree surrounded by remembrances for some reason. That was me talking. Fuck. Sounds about right. Except the tree is no longer there. Oh. Wait. Coffee. Are you serious, Pops? Are you serious, Pops? Why wouldn't I be? That's crazy. Good evening, gentlemen. Hey, everyone. Oh, boy. I thought I'd be near early, but you're already here, lady. Hello. Drapers, for the love of all things holy, tell me my light is here. Well, you're in luck, because it is. Awesome, thank goodness. Would like me to get it now for you? No, it's fine. I'm just glad to know it's here. Just bring it with my drink later. Sure, let me know when you're ready to order. Cheers. Well, well, well. What's up, y'all? What's new? Evening, officer. We're just talking about the spots where Miss Riona's car may have been vandalized. Oh? They had your car too, lady? Yes, but it's not a big issue. Still. Sorry you had to experience that. Where did you park your car, miss? I can send you the coordinates if you'd like. That'd be real swell. Got it. Okay. Oh. Is it from the area you expected, or... Pretty much. The same location where I parked mine a week ago. I see. You can rest assured we already increased patrols in that area. That's great. But I'm the only one doing it at the moment. That sucks. Huh, what's that? I'm hearing you out of all people down my skill drivers. No, of course not. I just thought it means an unfortunate increase to your workload. Ah, well, that's for breaks, I suppose. Anyway, give me your strongest espresso drivers. And don't forget my lighter. George just wants espresso, so coffee. I really want to forget his light on purpose. But I'm not doing it because I'm not that much of an asshole. Not today. Oh, there it is. Thanks, Streamers. You probably think I'm being silly. But what can I say? It's my lucky charm. Oh, yeah. It's borderline superstitious, I know. Don't you have anything of the sort? Well, I have a good reason to be superstitious. Whenever I don't have this with me, things happen. Right. Alright. Here comes the strongest espresso in my house. Cheers. Yeah, perfect as always. Are you ready to order? Might as well. I'd like something desserty. Because it's my cheat day. Sure thing. Any specifics in mind? Well, I saw this video of a Spanish hot cocoa drink yesterday. It was so thick I thought it was chocolate sauce. My name also reminds me of a song, but for some reason I can't remember the title right now. You know, that sounds oddly familiar. For real? I have that fake cocoa. It's got milk and a little hot spicy kick to it. So, you basically said that it's coffee, milk, ginger. Am I right? Am I right? Oh, wait, not coffee. It's chocolate, milk, and ginger. Chocolate, milk, and ginger. Don't misclick again. Good. Brew. Nice. Hit a little hot, spicy kick to it. Spanish Sahara. Nice, baby. 7. Warm and cozy, just like a day in Barcelona. Here comes a cup of Spanish Sahara for you. So that's what it's called. That's what we call it here, at least. That's what we call it here, at least. Very cool. Then bon appetit. Why did it... I think this is it. Very tasty. Thanks, Travis. You're so welcome. So, Pops. Just earlier you were telling me about your creepy patrolling experience, right? Was it in the same location where the lady's car was? Creepy patrolling experience? Well, I don't know if I should even think about it, even talk about it, because maybe it's just a tad too spooky, even for me. What happened? Tell him, Pops. It's not that big of a deal, honestly. But I'm more eager to talk about it. Gesundheit. Stirb leise. Stirb leise. Good. No. But I have more reason to talk about it, right? Maybe someone here will know something. Got a point there. Y'all were talking about the area anyway, right? Yep. Well, I've been patrolling the Why? Well, I've been patrolling the past few days. The street itself is fairly straightforward. At about half a mile round trip from the intersection and back. There's nothing much there either. A concrete sidewalk with metered parking spots, a fence here and there, and an unfinished construction site with a couple CCTVs dotted about. No tree. What tree? There used to be a dead tree in front of an old library. Huh? Oh, that old tree. It was uprooted by the city back in January. The commercial community decided it wasn't really a good look. So when the city saw a massive cleanup project last year, well, they simply voted to get rid of it. I see. Why? What's up? We're actually talking about it earlier, and being a decades-old landmark site, could there be something more to the tree than just, well, being old? You think so? That's what I think after listening. That's what I think after listening to Mystery Owner. Are you expecting something from me? Huh? Oh, no. I'm sorry if I crossed the line. You just seem to know a lot about it. And I don't want to mix up the fact. I understand. But I would like to hear the officer's spooky tale first, if you don't mind. Gladly, miss. Almost forgot about me, man, huh? So anyway, patrolling on the streets is an easy task. Only 4 to 5 cars would park there every overnight at most, which makes keeping tracks a breeze. Sounds ideal enough. As expected though, nothing happened the first 2 nights. But yesterday, and the lightning just perfectly struck with a different story. Hold on. What a stage setup, eh? Huh. Oh, phew. Here we go. Thank goodness. Sorry about that. Please continue. Alrighty. Well, it was nearing the end of my shift, and I found nothing was amiss. There were only 4 cars parked at night, 2 spaces across the street, and 2 on the opposite corner, side by side. My plan was to leave after I walked one last round to make sure everything was okay. A reminder, you can cover the whole place in only 8 minutes. Okay. Then at the end of my walk, I took a drag of my cigarette. Smoking, I was about to clock out, thinking 'twas another night, job well done. Right? Wrong, as I was immediately faced with the impossible. 3 cars. Two side by side, one across the street. All tires flattened. That's 12 vandalized tires for you. In a span of less than 10 minutes. It is so strange. It would take several minutes to flatten just 1 tire. And that is if you're using the right tools, right? But that wasn't all. And no, it wasn't. Because that was a moment when the streetlights went out. Suddenly, and all at once. What? Right after that, I heard flurries of footsteps and laughter. They were going farther and farther away from the scene, and yet, I saw nothing at all. Oh? Are you sure? Did the CCTV catch anything? Infrareds usually manage to catch something, but the videos weren't clear at all, so I'm still investigating it. Jeez Louise, Pops. It's way spookier than what you told me in the car. But that's cool, though. Huh. I may be laughing now, but I almost pissed my pants there, you see. Well, whoever they were, they sure worked fast. Right? Anyway, Drapers, I think I want another drink. Over talking, it's making my throat dry. And coffee just ain't cutting it. Roger that. What would you like? What did you suggest? How about some tea with ginger and honey? Sounds good. TJ will sell her. Huh. Can use the red flowers if you have that space. You mean a biscuit? Definitely. Okay, then I'd like red flower tea with ginger and touch of honey. Nice. Clink. Sounds good. Brew. TJ will sell her. I have no idea if that's an actual word. It already said. The other thing, for example, was called coffee. Kopi jai. That basically means coffee with ginger. But here it's called GERVtuber, which I don't know. Steep of roasted ginger with a touch of honey. Perfect for rainy evenings. Sorry, I need to drink something. Wait, Georgie. Born and raised in Seattle, still a lactose intolerant cop. The poor guy. One piping hot teja will sell it for you. Oh, what does it mean? Jai means ginger, te means tea, and Rosella is Roselle, another name for hibiscus. I see. A legit herbal drink. Spicy, but perfect for weather. Good call, Ravens. I'm happy to please. If that's the case, let me join your patrol, Pops. Cause I'm not scared of ghosts. Real beings scare me more. Wait a sec, kid. What do you mean by ghosts, eh? Jumping the gun a little here, ain't you? I know, Pops. Maybe it's even something crazier than that. It's a really serious problem, kid. Don't joke around like that. I'm sorry. Interesting. You know something? You know something? No, not me. But she might. Right, the tree, wasn't it? Oh, yeah. What about it, miss? It's your turn to finish your thought. I'm not sure if this can be any use at all, but... Officer? Are you aware of the story behind that tree? Huh? I recall what you said earlier. People often leave remembrances around. What do you mean by that, miss? Well, it's because someone passed away there. What? Allow me to explain. I mentioned there was once a flea market on the street, right? Right. They called it the Ferry Market. It was unofficially set up by the transients of a community. Transients being the government's term for unregistered citizens. Including all the other uncategorizable beings at the time. Fairies were a part of that. I remember learning about it. After the war, the government made its first official attempt to sort things out. Organizing equitable classifications was thought as one of the first steps towards civil peace, but it was oversimplified, inefficient, and not speedy enough. Was all that before the Vindication Act? Way before that. Many who couldn't register were basically in administrative limbo. What? But as good as like not existing at all. Really, that's horrible. And what's the main reason for a ferry market? Was the main reason why the ferry market was created in the first place? To ensure transient survival throughout the changing times. In more ways than one. The market had no real schedule, therefore the start of Ferry Week would be marketed by flowers through the long winter section. Just so people would notice and come and take a look. Sounds kinda too low-key, no? Because it was illegal, silly. Oh. And that was exactly the problem. The market ran day and night, its format unchanging. At the same time, the economy was slowly reshaping the landscape. People started to spend more, becoming reckless, while the laws were still shaky at best. Then a tragic incident occurred one night. A drunk driver was speeding and went off course, striking a vendor there. And the only evidence left of a crime was that tree, standing where there was no tree before. Wait a second, what? Why did I never hear about it? How long ago was this? The accident occurred in 1959, but the market itself was forcefully disbanded in 1961. Happened before I was born, huh? Yeah, I remember everything now. Was actually quite an infamous case, wasn't it? But due to the nature of the beings involved, most people wouldn't help but, well, forget. Huh? We're talking about the late 50s to early 60s here. Post-war media was still quite scarce, and I remember the drunk driver was also the son of a very wealthy individual. Oh? Correct. But that wasn't actually the part that made this case so infamous. It was due to the fact that no body was ever found at the crash site, as well as the vendor being transient with no legal ID or paper trail. As a result, the court had no choice but to dismiss the case. But there was a body, wasn't it? Just not the one people might expect. You mean the tree? Right. When semi-spiritual beings like us pass on from the physical world, some may leave specific landmarks behind. Not all can do that, though. Us banshees don't do that. You don't? No, we simply disappear. So, if I'm getting this right, the tree couldn't be used as evidence because it wasn't classified as remains yet. The witnesses were in the same boat, no paper trail. So the driver's lawyer took advantage of those loopholes. And that's messed up. Beyond messed up, Pops. I'm boiling. I'll take a thorough look into this more, miss. But I have a question for you. Yes? You think the vandalism has something to do with the tree removal? I don't know. I suppose it might depend on when the acts of vandalism began. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I better get going, man. It's almost time for my shift. Okay, officer. Break a leg, pups. I'd rather not. Stay safe. Will do. I'll keep y'all posted. I better go as well. Got an early shift tomorrow. There's one thing I want to confirm, though, if you don't mind, miss. Yes? And about the fairies passing passing, and how everyone ends up forgetting about them afterwards. Really thought it was just a myth. I guess not. Unfortunately. That is why there used to be a memorabilia on that tree. They were efforts by those who remembered to preserve a memory. But it wasn't enough, was it? Else we'd still have a tree. It really makes me question my memory. Are there any people I might have forgotten? Were there events I missed? It's quite scary to think about. But beings like us, being forgotten is inevitable. So, no need to feel bad about it. Is that so? I didn't catch your name, by the way. I'm Gala. I'm Lucas. Nice to meet you, sir. Well then, nice meeting you. Good luck with your future auditions, Materiona. Thank you. See you around. Bye, Drapers. Take care. Oh, we're about to end the night. The stream is still going, is it? Yeah. Okay, it's getting real late. I don't want to talk, but if you're tired, let me know. Have you eaten? Do you want something to eat? We don't sell food here. You don't? No wonder your plate is always empty. Well... Just kidding, Rippers. Don't hate me, please. Well, do you want another drink, maybe? I wouldn't mind one. Nice. What do you feel like having? Something without milk? Hot milk with a fresh feeling and some brightness to it. I'm also quite partial to the blue pea tree. Uh-oh. Can I order something for you, may I? Sure. Drapers, could you try this mix? I saw this pretty drink in a video and it looked perfect for Our Lady. Yep, what is it? It had blue pea as a base, a lot of mint, and a splash of lemon. I said milk. So I remembered milk, obviously. That's the wrong fucking thing. But you can always reset the fucking changes. Galaxy Minty. Oh yeah, I remember that one. Didn't we serve that already, someone? I guess not. Witness a morphing nebula as the lemon is poured into the cup. Magical and refreshing. Here you go, miss. from the man sitting right beside you. It looks nice, very pretty. And how does it taste? I like it, thank you. I'm glad you do. And well, Draper, it looks exactly like what I envisioned. You're a G. I'm happy you both enjoyed. But man, the whole case earlier was a lot to take in. What about the whole forgetting thing? That really gives me chills. Why? Don't you feel scared of just disappearing in the end? Because I do. That's why I thought I finally understood you too. I mean, the reason why you want to become a soprano your way, traditional way. Oh? Care to compare notes? Because I've got entirely certain. Because I've yet to be entirely certain about that myself. Huh? Now that's what you call a huge pleasure. Before that, though, can I ask a little teeny tiny question? Go ahead. What inspired you to go down this path? I mean, I may have an idea on why you're choosing the hard way, but why soprano in the first place? Because it's been done before. Pardon? Because there was already a banshee who did it before. So you know it's not impossible. Whoa, for real? Her part was that of a sorbet aria, and she was not very well known. What is a sorbet aria? I mean, she was a secondary character. Back in early 19th century opera, sorbet arias would be sung towards the end of the second act, usually before the evening ended. Hawkers would use the time to offer their wares for the last time to the patrons, often desserts, hence sorbet aria. Sorbet aria. Good, yeah, good, makes sense. Oh, I see. Like background singing at the end of a show or something. Yes. Things are different nowadays because people are expected to listen to the end. The first time I heard her voice was on an old recording of a comedy opera. I was still very young back then. Just playing a confused maid role at the very end of the opera. Wondering why and how people could act so crazy when in love. But despite the confusion, she thought she wasn't so old that she couldn't find out the reason herself. It was a funny epilogue for the opera. But hearing a banshee sing such playful and light-hearted piece, it was truly an eye-opener for me. Oh man, I bet it was. Sadly, I couldn't find any of her other works, but it always stuck with me nonetheless. I left my commune and started trying on my own. That's really cool and brave of you to do so. I agree. I've never talked about this before. It's a bit embarrassing. Nah, don't be embarrassed. I think it's super cool. You're just feeling inspired to push yourself beyond what's expected of you. And wishing to leave a mark on this world. Is that what you think? Uh-huh. You're just trying to follow a path that has been traveled before. And that's not always bad. That's not always a bad thing, especially for beings like us. You're just being careful, yet courageous. Right, because the path you're choosing to walk on is still difficult. Regarding leaving your mark, I don't know. I just feel maybe you're the same as me. Like, what's the point of being born if nobody's going to remember us? Right, Travis? No comment. Ah. Why do you want to be remembered so much? Why wouldn't you? I Banshee see the end differently than most. So, care to enlighten me? I can't speak for anyone else, but in my case, I was a kid who grew up in a large family, you see? Like, humongously large. Literally couldn't count all my siblings even if I wanted to. Café everywhere, thanks to my dad. Oh. We weren't wealthy enough, not even close. The money situation was always suffocating us for real. But sometimes Dad would drop by to give us some money. But it wasn't even enough to cover utilities for more than a couple months. And just leave again a couple days later. Are you the eldest? Nope. But my older brothers had already moved out by the time I hit the high school. I was so surprised when my dad gave me the house after he died. Which is where my mom and siblings live now. I'm sorry to hear about your father. No, it's fine. I mean, yeah, it was weird to receive the news of his death from an attorney, knowing he passed away by himself, and how it took them a week to find out. Oh. Natural cause, by the way. So, I mean, how did he check out with absolutely no one knowing? Where were my other siblings? What happened to his ladies? It was just so crazy to me. And I guess it's just kind of haunted me. And how? My life growing up was filled with disappointment of him, you know? I mean, in the best way possible. My disappointment actually drove me to work hard for my family. I just vilified him in my mind, like shaking my mental fist at him. You're gonna do so much better than you, sir, and all that. I see. But then I received the news that he left me the house? Like, I know he had no money. That house is probably one of the only assets he had left. So when he gave me the house as well, all I could think about was what went through his mind exactly. The fact that he had a will at all was probably already a surprise for you. Exactly. What am I supposed to think of that? What am I supposed to think of him? It doesn't even matter anymore. And he's already long gone. Anyway, so my older brothers came back, right? They wanted me to sell the house, divide the earnings, wanting a slice of the inheritance pie, huh? You didn't do that, right? Heck no. That's why I left for LA. So if they really want me to sell the house, they have to chase after me. Good call. Thankfully, my younger siblings and I are pretty tight. We're a good team. That's a relief. This is also why I need money fast. I need to send money to help with my family's bills. And of course, so I could stay alive as well. That was why I ended up having to join the production house. The production house? Yeah, it was like a bunch of content creators getting together to make videos every day. I was young and naive too, you know. It was my first time entering to another state completely alone after all. So I didn't know better. How predatory things could be. Man, this isn't even gonna be an entertaining story. If you're uncomfortable, you don't have to talk about it. No, it's not bad. I just really didn't like the production house. But I needed the money. Someone there saw my blogs and invited me in. And as one of the youngest there, I tried to get along with everyone. But you see, we were all creators in the entertainment industry, right? Which means we all had huge egos. So naturally, it was somewhat of a hierarchy of sorts. Trying to be all around helpful turned me into the butt of a joke all the time. That didn't discourage me not all that much, but by the way, I mean, I also learned a lot there. Not gonna lie. Still. But what ended up destroying my willpower was actually something real close, you know? Myself. Of course. Self-sabotaging yourself. What do you mean by that? Well, in a house where everyone wants to be the main character, each of us would need a solid, distinct persona, yeah? Eventually, I was assigned one too. Which was supposed to be the good thing, but they wanted me If they want me to be the worst version of what I am, essentially. With heavy emphasis of what. I had a lot of nicknames too, like, hey baby goat. What are you up to now, Sawtooth boy? Oh yeah, he's a Sawtooth, I forgot. Here comes the party goatee. Mr. X says, you need to go fishing again tonight, or what? Fishing? We had to go out and try to hit on people. And we weren't allowed to come home unless we failed spectacularly or scored. Oh. I always try to be the punchline though. Because there were always more views when something ended badly. But it was still worse because I really had to act it all out, you know. Bothering people for pretend dates, be sort of a dumb jerk just for jokes. Just so all looked fun for the camera. It was scripted and I never really liked doing it, honestly. Because in the end, all of it just reminded myself of my dad, you know. And I kept thinking, does the apple never fall far from the tree after all? Yeah. But yeah, the whole thing just really sucked. You had it difficult? Yeah. Well, long story short, being tokenized sucked. No disagreement there. Sorry, I swear that wasn't what I wanted to talk about. It's fine. Actually learned a lot this evening. I just don't want to take up more of your time. Or can I just ask a different question? A direct question? Sure. Great. Would you be interested in guest starring in my new show? Eh? I realized I was being dumb the day we first met. And kind of forced my thoughts on you and was just being a general smartass. I don't mind your straightforward efforts because I was jealous of your solid resolve. Since everything I did was anything but. Yet you succeeded eventually, didn't you? And you worked hard for it. Yeah, I almost ended up losing sight of why I'm doing all of it in the first place. I went with the flow, with excuses a lot. All to justify the gain. But to what end? But I've been trying to put together a talent show for those who need extra exposure. It's going to be a small production thing. It'll be paid. I swear. And not with exposure either. Though it won't be much at first. Because I don't have that much money ready to use at the moment, so. Wait, this is a bit sudden, don't you think? No pressure though. How does the show work? Well, I'm not 100% sure of the shape of it yet. But ideally it will have like an interview at first, and then I'll record you singing. I'll bring all the gear. I'll also be doing all the editing and stuff. Gonna take a bit of time since I still have my main show to do. But I do start my vlogging journey on my own too. So I can bet you the results. Will still be quality. I'm too dumb to read today. Your show will tank if I'm the first guest, you realize that, right? If it does, then it doesn't deserve to exist. I don't care about haters, but you do. That's why I won't push you. Care to answer? I'm flattered. But no thank you. Okay. Thanks for considering me, though. Thanks for giving it a thought. Looks like I have to go. Okay. It's nothing to do with what you said, okay? Just bad timing. Yeah, I get it. Cool. Hope we can meet again like this. If you want to. Maybe. I'll take it. Thanks for your time too, Rapist. Sorry if I bored you here. No, it really was my pleasure. Cool. Okay, I really have to go. See you around. Safe trip. Alright, see you, Davis. Come again soon. I think tonight was the most I have talked in the past 2 years. And I'm glad to hear that. Thank you, Drapers. For what? For being such a good host? I know I'm not the easiest being to get along with. It's always a pleasure to have you and everyone around. But I'll be taking my leave. I feel like I have a lot to rethink. But I'll see you again soon. And we'll be waiting. Always. Safe trip, Miss Rihanna. And have a good night. Huh. I think I'm done for the night. I hope everything will work out for you. Yes! Perfectly ended. Perfectly saved. I am the best. Anyways, I hope you had fun. Well, I had fun. I always have fun with Coffee Talk because the stories are very, very interesting. I didn't at all think that this would be so emotionally loaded. Does that make any sense? I did not expect that at all. But hey, it's Coffee Talk. There are things like that in it too. If you don't know Coffee Talk, I mean, that's your fucking fault. And you should definitely fucking play the game, you bastard. Like, seriously, it's one of the best fucking visual novels I've played so far. Anyways, I hope to see you in the next stream. Video. Whenever you are watching this.